All I Learned in Data Management by Carroll. What is data management? Data management is basically organizing and presenting data. In this presentation, you'll see all that I learned about it. And secondary data. Primary data is data that you've collected on your own. For example, asking your classmates what their favorite type of pizza is. Secondary data is data sourced from someone else. For example, average rainfall in Hamilton sourced from the Weather Network. Categorical, discrete, and continuous data. Categorical data. Data grouped into categories including characteristics like location, age, personal preferences, and more. A brief example would be favorite soft drinks. The categories include Coke, Sprite, orange soda, etc. Discrete data. Information that can be categorized based upon classification. Discrete data is derived from counts. It can only take specified values. For instance, if you're collecting discrete data based on how many people participate in different after-school activities, you cannot count half of a student. Continuous data. Continuous data, unlike discrete data, can take any value within range. For example, speeds of Olympic sprinters can take any value within range of possible human speed. Mean, median, mode, and range. Mean is the average. It's calculated by adding all the numbers in a set of data and dividing by how many pieces of data there are. Median, the number in the middle of the data set when ordered from least to greatest, or the two middle numbers added and divided by 2. Mode, the number that appears most in the data set. In range, the greatest number in a set of data is defined as the smallest. Sample and census. Sample, data taken from only part of a population. For example, making a survey for average marks of students in grade 8 across Ontario and only surveying those from Toronto. Census, data taken from the entirety of the population. For instance, surveying the same data as the first example, but taking marks from all grade 8s on Ontario. Outliers and skewed data. Outliers are numbers in a set of data that are much different from the rest of the numerals. Let's say your data had the numbers 2, 3, 2, and 89. 89 will be your outlier. Skewed data is when a set of data has a long tail on one side or another. The next slide I will explain in greater detail. Skewed data continued. When data has a positive skew, the mean is greater than the median. When data has a negative skew, the median is greater than the mean. When there is no graph available to determine this, you can simply compare the stem and leaf plots. Examples. Stem and leaf plot number 1. This plot shows a 2-digit number. The tens column is a stem and the ones column is a leaf. If you want to determine the numbers in the 30s, you look at the stem with a 3 and the ones digit beside it, which would be 0 and 2. 30 and 32. Stem and leaf plot number 2. This plot is the same but with both tens and hundreds digits. Scatter plots and histograms. Histograms represent a range of numbers. They may look like bar graphs, but there are differences. Histograms have bars that do not have gaps, and they are meant to show continuous data, whereas bar graphs show categorical data. Scatter plots are graphs that use plotted points to show the correlations between two sets of data. For instance, if you wanted to show the relationship between people's heights and their shoe sizes. Examples. This histogram shows time spent working on reports in correlation to final marks. This histogram has a line of best fit. Line of best fit gives a visual representation on which way the data seems to be going. Scatter plot. This example demonstrates the differences between scatter plots and bar graphs. All the differences present are the ones that I explained in the last slide. Frequency and relative frequency. Frequency is how often something happens. For example, 12 out of 25 students may get a B on their tests. This is the frequency of students with this mark. Relative frequency is converting these frequencies into percentages. To find the percent, you would divide 12 by 25, which would be about 0.48. Then you would multiply by 100, which would give you 48%. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed.
Created using Powtoon.